Hey guys, Lucky Star Shi-Roku here, and welcome back to another video. I know it's been another bit of a while since the last one and the Let's Plays in general. Like, I'm so sorry. I know I keep saying all this stuff like that I'm coming back and all that. I know I'm giving mixed signals, and I'm sorry. It's not on purpose. It's all of this kind of stuff is just, you know, out of my power. It's out of my hands. So I just want to say once again, like, yes, I haven't made a video, I haven't made a Let's Play in quite some time, but I've just had so much on my plate. I've just been so busy over the past few months, hence the lack of videos lately. So again, I'm not delaying the Let's Plays or anything on purpose. It's just there's just been a lot going on. And whenever I'm taking a break like this, whether it's intentional or not, I think whenever I am taking a break like this or whatever, I feel like it's good to do these little update vlog type videos in, you know, just in between the breaks, just to kind of say that, hey, guess what? I'm still here. I'm still alive. You know, just so it feels like I've not completely disappeared, because again, I have still been posting on the community tab. So, like, you know, whenever significant things happened, I do still post on the community tabs. I'm trying to get into the habit of that, which I feel like I'm pretty good at. So that's a habit I'm getting into as well. But I think I've done pretty good job so far. But yeah, this is just gonna be another one of those little videos as to saying what I've been up to, what's been going on in the meantime while I've not been, you know, not been uploading or posting or recording, whatever, you know, just to say that I am still here. I'm still making videos. I've not retired. Just to say that, hey, I'm still here. So as I mentioned, there's been a few things going on. Again, I've just been very, very busy in my personal life. I mean, so I've got a list here. So if I am looking off to the side, it's because I'm reading like a bunch of notes I've made here of stuff to talk about for this video. Again, nothing too serious, there's nothing too serious in here really. Well, there is one somewhat serious thing, which is the main reason I've not been recording, but we'll get to that momentarily. So let's just talk about a few things that have happened in between the breaks. Like, again, like I said, there's been a lot going on in my private life, and like between the technical stuff and my private life, I've just had a lot on my plate, which is why I've not been recording for a while. So again, I've not been trying to retire or anything like that. It's just these kind of things take priority over YouTube. You know, your life, your mental health, stuff like this. Like, as much as a pain as it is, these things kind of take priority, you know. But anyway, let's just quickly go over the list here. So a few things that I've been doing in between the breaks is, so I have got myself a new lamp. So if you remember at the start of this year, saying, when I was listing off a few things I want to do for this year, one of those things is get a recording lamp, like the one you see in the background there. Because I think this is a much nicer lighting to record in than, say, the big light. Because again, look at this in comparison. So this is my preferred recording light, you know, and say, just for a moment. So like, compare this to, say, like this. Yeah, I mean, yeah, you can see what you're doing and stuff, but I think at times the big light can be a bit overbearing in my opinion. So because of that, I prefer to record with that little lamp over there. Like, it creates a rather cozy atmosphere. It creates a cozy atmosphere, just enough to work in. It's not too overbearing. It's cozy. It helps me focus, and it just looks better in videos in my opinion. So yeah. So basically, I got a new lamp. I did have a different lamp. So basically, what I did is, so I did get a lamp, but what I end up doing is I end up putting that lamp in my bedroom, and then moving that lamp so that's the lamp that was in my bedroom, the lamp that I was using for those other videos. I figured since I've been using this lamp for in here for recording anyway, just figured just use that one because I think it worked better. So I moved the lamp I got into my bedroom and just moved this one in here permanently. So that's my new recording lamp, and I think it looks much better. It feels much better. This is a much nicer lighting to record in my opinion. Again, it helps me focus. It helps me stay focused. It's a nice, it's just enough light to see what I'm doing, and if I do need a little bit extra light to see what I'm doing, then I've also got this as well to help me out. Like, just, if something's a little too dark, I can just kind of go like that. But yeah, it's just a perfect kind of light for me to work in. So that's something else that I did. So again, whenever I record now, this is the lighting I'm going to be using from recording from now on, which I did say in the start of the video, that I wanted something like this, but obviously, I just needed time to find the right lamp, and, just because that was difficult. So, yeah, so I've got a new recording lamp, which looks a lot nice. Again, just a much nicer atmosphere to record in my opinion. Alright, okay, so now moving on to the big issue, which is, again, there's a couple reasons I've not been recording, but this is one of the bigger reasons. So I did talk about this in the last video I did. I did talk about this in the last video I did, and that's basically just, so my hub, the hub that I have all of my recording equipment in, so like, my hard drive, my webcam, my microphone, my Elgato, everything I use for recording in that hub, it's been a little temperamental, which I did talk about in the last one, and it's just continuing to be temperamental, to be honest. So I've spoke to a couple of friends saying, like, some think it might be the actual port, because apparently the front port's not best and stuff like that, but I've never had issues with it before, so I don't think that's it. I think it probably is the hub, like just general wear and tear, because I have had it for a while. I've had it since 2017, so it probably is time for another one. So yeah, so basically it's just been randomly disconnecting and reconnecting. Granted, it's not been doing it as much as it used to. Like, I have noticed it's been doing it significantly less, but it still happens on occasion, and the fact it's doing it at all is making me nervous, to the point where I even had a bit of trouble of it connecting to my microphone at the start of this video. So I had to like plug in my microphone and plug it back out. I had to wiggle the USB for the microphone just to get it to connect, because it's been very temperamental. Like, it's a nightmare. It's a nightmare. Like, it doesn't always work. Like, sometimes you gotta plug it in and out. Sometimes you gotta like wiggle it around. It's just very temperamental. That's what makes me think it's the hub. So I'm thinking of getting a new hub. It's a bit difficult because for certain items around, like, I have to ask support. I have to ask like for like permission to get certain stuff. Like, there's been a few things lately. For example, my Hoover recently broke, or vacuum cleaner for Americans, but my vacuum cleaner broke, and I've had to ask permission to get a new one. And there's a few other things like my chair. I'm thinking of getting a new chair soon, just because this one's a bit rickety, and it keeps scaring the crap out of me whenever it does this. Case in point. So I'm thinking of getting a new chair as well. Yeah, so there's just a few things, so again, I've not been recording just because I'm afraid, like, because again, if that disconnects my microphone while I'm recording, because again, when I'm over there, this isn't like, my headphones aren't plugged into my computer, and I'm looking away from the screen. So if it disconnects and I don't catch it, that's the entire episode going straight down the toilet, which is not ideal. So again, I'm going to wait till that's fixed before I can get back to recording properly. So again, I am looking into it. I'm looking for solutions. It's just, these things take time. And, again, everything else takes priority over YouTube. So again, not retiring, not quitting. I just need time to sort these issues. So that's just what I want to express right now. Just to clear if anyone's thinking, oh, he's not uploading as much as he used to, he's probably gonna retire, because I know there is a lot of talk of YouTubers retiring, especially after the whole thing with Tom Scott and Matt Pat and Captain Sparkles. I know ever since they left, there's been a lot of talk about YouTubers retiring and quitting and stuff like that. And not with me specifically, but just in general. So I just wanted to debunk that now. I have no plans on retiring anytime soon. I want to keep this going as much as possible, but obviously I can't record without proper equipment. If my equipment's got issues, then I can't record. So it's not a case of me like retiring or whatever. It's just I can't record without working equipment. So yeah, I just want to make sure all this is sorted before I come back. Basically, it's just going to take some time. Okay, something else. Again, this is just a general update of what's been happening. So I've recently been having a few issues with my Steam controller. So for Christmas, I got a Steam controller, and let me tell you, I freaking love this thing. I love this thing. I think this is quite possibly one of the best presents I have had in quite a long time, because I use this for a lot. Like, I use this for reading manga, watching YouTube, doing anything really. So it's just instead of like leaning over the mouse and keyboard like this, like, reading stuff, reading manga, scrolling up, instead I can just lean back. I can just use the mouse pad to control the mouse. I've linked everything up exactly as I want it. A for enter, B for for escape and stuff like that. I've got I've got the back paddle here for the clicker of the mouse. I've got everything exactly as I want it. So again, this is good for watching YouTube. It's good for reading manhwa. It's good for watching anime. It's good for doing anything. Visual novels in particular, which I've been using this a lot for, because I do quite like my visual novels, but obviously it can be quite, just leaning over like this can be a little uncomfortable. So I wanted something so I could just lean back and just hit A, just occasionally moving around. So that's why I've got this. I was at one point using my regular Xbox controller for that, but I do have some visual novels, like Neko Paradise or Scarlet Law, the stuff. Basically, some games that do require the mouse. So that's why I got this. I mean, there's talks of a Steam Deck controller coming, which is going to be like the version 2 of this, which, if that does come out, then I'm probably going to be getting it if it's not too expensive. But the point is, I love this thing. I use it for almost everything for in my downtime, and I've been having a few issues of it, so that's took me a while to remedy. It took me I was freaking out at first, thinking, oh god, what's the issue? I was Googling it for ages and ages, and I couldn't find anything for the longest time. But, once I was able to calm down and think rationally again, I eventually did find a YouTube tutorial which basically helped me figure out what the issue is. So basically, I don't know how this happened. Again, not a very technical person, so I don't really know how it works exactly, but basically I found out that it was a config issue. Something had snuck its way into my config file and messed things up. So I basically had to reset the config file. So again, the whole procedure, I had to turn off my Steam, unplug my controller, go into the config file and just delete that entire line of code, and basically set the controller back up to the default setting, and then just reset the controls that way. So that was a whole procedure, a whole process, and I hope it never happens again. But if it does, I have actually made a tutorial to follow of how to re-follow those steps should I need to in the future. So if that happens again, I know what to do. So that was the whole thing. Okay, what else? Oh, right. So, as I mentioned earlier, I I do watch anime a lot, and for the most part, I do use Crunchyroll. Like, you know, I try to go legit as much as possible, but unfortunately, not everything is on Crunchyroll. And for those anime that aren't on Crunchyroll, again, I try to go legit. I try to go with Crunchyroll as much as I can, but again, not everything's on there. You know, like, there are some really good niches out there, like, for example, like, I don't know, like One Piece, I know isn't on Crunchyroll, or if it is, the dub's not on there. Bleach is not on there, so, you know, again, I mainly go for dubs, and everything is on there, so, for the longest time, I did use GoGo Anime, but GoGo has been having a few issues. Like, I've been having a few issues with GoGo for a while. Like, lately, it's not been letting me access the episodes, where you've had to type the actual episode you want in the URL, and I can never remember the format, so I have looked for somewhere else. Now, again, I do try to use Crunchyroll when I can, but for things that aren't on there, I'm forced to use these sites, you know, like Kiss Anime, like Kick Ass Anime, like GoGo Anime, like Hi Anime, you know. I try to use Crunchyroll whenever I can, but those anime that aren't on there, I use Hi Anime now, just because it fixes the issues I had with GoGo Anime, plus it's got a few extra little features, like, for example, Hi Anime actually shows the episode list. In the episode list, it's also got a little search function where you can search the individual episode if there's, like, multiple, like, tabs of episodes. Like, for the long anime like Bleach or One Piece, you can actually look for the individual episode that you're looking for. It's also got a feature where you can auto skip the opening if you want, or have the button tab to skip the opening. It has a feature to auto skip to the next episode once it's finished. It's got all these handy features that GoGo Anime doesn't have, which I like. And I liked it so much that I've even created an account with it, which is good, because it means I can link up. It means I can link up my desktop to any device I have, pretty much, because another thing I've done is I've recently got my my little laptop in my bedroom. I got that working. I don't use that all that much, but I have started using it more for, like, just for watching stuff as I'm going to bed. Like, yes, I've been using the Fire Stick for Crunchyroll and stuff, but the Fire Stick, again, limiting. It only has, like, it only has Crunchyroll, and it can't access the internet all that well. I tried using Hi Anime with it, and it's just riddled with ads and just doesn't play anything. So basically, I'm now starting to use my laptop more, and again, having an account, it means I can link up my account to both my desktop and my bedroom laptop in there, so I can link everything up back and forth, so I don't have to, like, send the link to myself from one computer to another to find where I was. It's much simpler that way. I still need to work that out for manga and stuff, but again, you know, well, I'll sort that out in due time. But yeah, that's just something else I've been doing. So I've done that, so I can now access my anime from both here and my bedroom. So that means I can watch anime no matter where I am or what I'm doing, which is good. And again, the main reason is just because, again, like I said, there's been a lot going on, and because I have autism, it means I'm a lot more sensitive to stress, and being exposed to a lot more stressful situations means I need a lot more downtime than most people. Hence, again, the more breaks lately than usual, and that's just been helping with that. Yeah, and also the last thing I kind of want to talk about here is I have actually been looking for some non-copyrighted music that I actually like, because this is something that's been bugging me for a while. Yes, like, all my videos have been silent. Like, videos like this are usually silent. And I thought it would just be nice to have some like chill music in the background while I talk. Hopefully you should hear something now. You should hear that now, hopefully. Yeah, I've been looking, like, one of the visual novels I've been playing does have a few royalty-free music, as long as you credit them in the description, which I will. Again, you might even have a little thing on in the corner of the video, like saying that what's playing and who it's by, you know. So you might be hearing a lot more of that going forward. I don't know. It's still in the experimental phase at this point, but yeah, hopefully you'll see more of that. Again, I'm going to continue looking through the game, trying to find more of the royalty-free music in there, or see if it's royalty-free, to see if I can have more of a selection, because right now I only have one song, so it would be nice if I had a collection to just alternate between. But again, it's, you know, it's still early days, still experimenting, but again, that's all I want to talk about for now. I just wanted to make another video just saying what's been happening in the meantime. Just say it again, I'm still here, just to fill the gaps in between, sorting things out and my return. So again, as always, thank you guys for watching. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for your patience, your support. I really appreciate it. I know I'm breaking my promises. I know I'm not uploading as much as what I promised, but again, these things take time and happened unexpectedly, so it's out of my hands. But please, I appreciate your support, I appreciate your patience, and again, thank you so much for watching and your support and all that. And hopefully I will see you guys in the next video. Hopefully I can sort everything out soon and bring back the Let's Plays definitely. But again, as always, thank you guys for watching, thank you for tuning in, and I will see you guys in the next video, hopefully very, very soon. Until then, have a good day, you guys.